Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are talking about a journey, one that maybe you're on right now. It starts with that question in the back of your mind. Why don't I feel like myself anymore? Well, we're going to get into it. Listening to your body, finding real answers, and really understanding the huge role testosterone plays in your health.
You know that feeling, right? Where you're just off. It's so easy to brush it off to say, oh, I'm just stressed, or, well, I guess this is just what getting older feels like. But what if it's not? What if that feeling is actually your body trying to send you a really specific message?
So that general off feeling, it usually comes with a pretty clear set of clues. This isn't about jumping online and diagnosing yourself, no way. This is about becoming a detective for your own body, gathering the evidence. It's the absolute first step to figuring out what's really going on.
Okay, take a look at this list. Do any of these hit a little too close to home? We're not just talking about being tired. We're talking about that deep fatigue that a good night's sleep just doesn't seem to touch. Or maybe a drop in motivation that's hitting your work, your hobbies, everything. These aren't just random symptoms of a busy life, you know? They're classic signs that could be pointing to a hormone imbalance.
So what is this stuff anyway? We hear testosterone and think one thing, but its job is huge. It's a key player in pretty much everything that makes you feel like you. It helps regulate your mood, keeps your muscles and bones strong, and fuels your overall energy and drive. So when it's out of whack, of course you don't feel right. It's like a key part of your body's operating system is running slow.
All right, so you're connecting some dots, you're suspecting something's up, but how do you know? How do you go from a hunch to a fact? The answer, thankfully, is super straightforward. It all comes down to a simple blood test.
And honestly, the test itself is no big deal. A nurse or a phlebotomist just takes a small blood sample from your arm. The whole thing takes, what, a minute? It's just a tiny prick. But that little sample gets sent to a lab and it comes back with a precise number. It's a really small step that can give you a massive amount of clarity.
Now this part's really interesting because you're actually in the driver's seat here. Following these steps is so important for getting an accurate result. For instance, testing in the morning, that's because your testosterone levels are naturally at their peak then. It's just your body's daily rhythm. Following these little rules helps make sure the number you get is your true baseline, not just a weird fluke.
And here we go. This is the moment of truth. You get the results back, and that vague feeling, that sense of being off, suddenly it has a number attached to it. This is where everything starts to make sense.
This is what you'll see. A number somewhere in this range measured in nanograms per deciliter. Don't worry about the letters. It's just the standard unit of measurement. For most adult men, a healthy level is somewhere between 300 and 1,000. But, and this is a big but, what's normal can change depending on your age and health, which is exactly why you need to talk through your specific number with a doctor. Now, if your number comes back low, your doctor might use this big word, hypogonadism. It sounds serious, I know, but all it means is that your body isn't producing enough testosterone to do its job properly. It's not some scary label to get stuck with. Think of it as a diagnosis that points the way to a solution.
And this right here, this is why getting that number is so incredibly important. We're talking about more than just feeling tired or grumpy. If left unchecked, low T is linked to some really serious long-term health risks. But look at the flip side. Taking action isn't just about feeling better right now. It's one of the most powerful things you can do for your long-term health.
Okay, let's get to the most important and honestly the most helpful part of this whole journey. What do you do now? You have the knowledge, so let's talk about the path to getting things back in balance and feeling like yourself again.
This is going to be a team effort between you and your doctor. For a lot of people, hormone replacement therapy, or HRT, is a game changer, but it's almost never the only piece of the puzzle. It usually goes hand in hand with powerful lifestyle changes. You know, simple stuff like exercise, diet, and getting enough sleep, which can all have a huge effect on your body's own hormone production.
Of course, with any treatment, you've got to go in with your eyes wide open. HRT isn't magic. It can have side effects. Some are more common, like acne, while others are longer-term risks that need to be monitored closely. And that's exactly why treatment is an ongoing conversation with your doctor, to make sure the good always outweighs the bad.
So, what about that very first step, getting the test in the first place? Well, you've got options. Public healthcare, like the NHS in the UK, can often do it for free if your doctor refers you. The only catch is that you might have to wait a bit. On the other hand, private services are almost always faster and more flexible if you want answers quickly.
And there you have it.
We've gone from that frustrating, vague feeling of just being off, all the way to a clear, actionable map. The path to understanding what's going on with your health is right there in front of you. The knowledge is officially in your hands now. You're empowered to start the conversation, to ask the right questions, and to take that first big step toward taking back control.